Using hypnotic language like a ninja. Well, first of all, where it came from is I get requests for workshop topics and things to talk about. And one of the most common ones that people will ask me, especially people who have either been students for a while or they're coming from somewhere else, is that they say they want more advanced material, or they want to be able to use their language skills more elegantly, etc. And on drilling down, the stuff that I discovered that people wanted and that they said was in the way was that they didn't know how to apply the hypnotic methods and these language patterns that are called hypnotic language patterns in such a way that they could use them in conversations. Now, here's the thing. Starting from the foundations of work with either NLP or hypnosis, we know, and in theory we practice, that the labels that we use and the languaging that we use is not the thing itself. So when people talk about hypnotic language, there's nothing specifically hypnotic in what that language is about. People have strange ideas about what hypnosis is and about what these hypnotic language patterns are, mostly because they've been just repeating over and over and over again that hypnosis looks like this, it sounds like this, it has this ritual attached to it, and here's how you do it. Or when you're doing hypnosis and using language patterns, it works in this way, it sounds like that, and this is the way you should do it. So in other words, just keep repeating this thing over and over and over again, hypnotized hypnotists in a way. When we're talking about using hypnotic language patterns like a ninja, the first thing that we're doing and that you've got to do is to dehypnotize yourself, that you know what's necessary, that you know what hypnosis is, that you know the one true way in which everybody has to behave in order to work with hypnotic method. What? There's rituals. There's stuff that's been stacked up and aggregated through years and years and years and years that people say is hypnosis, whereas in fact it's just custom. It's just habit. One of the things, when I was looking at the research on hypnotic phenomena, every single one of the phenomena that had been connected with the ritual of hypnosis can be elicited in the eyes open waking state, including deep trance anesthesia. What? How can you have deep trance anesthesia in the waking state? Have you ever looked down at your hand and noticed that you'd gotten a paper cut and you're bleeding, but you didn't notice it happening? You're just noticing the paper cut now. Versus looking at your hand while you get a paper cut. One, you don't notice any sensation at all until you look. The other one, right? It hurts like hell. The phenomena of hypnosis are a part of the waking state. They don't require a specific, special custom or ritual in order to elicit them. So when I was looking at this material, I started to ask what else was not a necessary or requisite element connected with hypnosis. What in the ritual could be dumped? And one of the things that I discovered for myself was that the hypnotic language patterns were not the hypnosis. You are feeling sleepy. No, you're not. It's not the words. The words aren't the magic trick. There's context around it. There's, what people are bringing to the situation. There's when somebody is sitting in front of you and telling you their tale of woe or telling you about a problem, they're already in a profound state, probably been practicing it for a while. But what's required in order to get them to shift, in order to get them to change, is not necessarily a specific ritual. In other words, to get the effects using hypnotic process, you don't have to have the ritual that's there. So, with some of the people that I was talking with about this possibility of being able to get more from what you've learned in terms of hypnotic process and hypnotic language, etc., in challenging some of the assumptions and some of the presuppositions that you use, and then using the tools and the fundamentals differently. came up with this thing that we call using hypnotic language like a ninja. The word ninja came from one of the people who asked for the specific content. Wanted to be more kind of invisible, in and out, just getting the result and not making a big deal about it. That's what using hypnotic language like a ninja is.